All praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on how surely by now you people have realized that this society has exposed that the Bible is 100% true when it talks about women, man, and it's 100% true anyway. But I'm talking about how it's true in regards to women. And if you can understand that the Bible is true in regards to women, then you better understand that the Bible is true in general, right? And like I remember the first time I saw it, and then I started seeing, and I ain't trying to say nobody copied me or nothing like that. It's just I did a small video on this situation where you had this woman that had two children, both unalive, in her suitcase, and she'd kept him in the suitcase, one of them, for a year, man, unalived, just carrying him around in the suitcase. And then there was a next one as well. And at first, when I watched the story, I thought they was her children, but they were her nephew and niece. But either way, she's wicked. If she knew she couldn't look after the children and it was stressing her out, she could have sent them back to her mother. She could have sent them back to their mother, whether she was told to or not. Or she could have even handed them in to some kind of child services, right? But she chose to unalive them, man, and she beat, man. Women are wicked, man. And or here's the thing that we're noticing in this society: all the things that women always accuse men of. Haven't you noticed that this society is exposed that they do them all themselves? Oh, men are predators. They lurk and sneak on the young. They're always trying to get the young in bed. Okay, what are these female teachers doing then? What are all these female teachers doing, man? And then the women do all the things that men do, right? Plus they do the things that men can't do, because I know I've never unalived no child that's growing inside of me. And I know all of you men out there, you've never unalived no child that's growing inside of you neither. Right? You've never unalived a child that's growing inside of you. But women have though, haven't they? So they can't say that we've did that. They can say that a man gave them some money and told her to get an abortion and all that, right? But no one's ever forced no woman into that room and made her have to do that. She did it herself, because men are not able to force you women to do things as much as you say that we can, men. Right? It's just you women always try and say that men are the reason why you do this and men are the reason why that, when you don't want to have accountability. That's how it goes. Because men have told you so-called black women to stop being demons and to fix the fuck up. You ain't managed to do that part yet, right? But somehow it's men's fault that y'all are hoes. Somehow it's men's fault that y'all don't do this and y'all don't do that. It's men's fault that you don't treat men with respect. It's men's fault that your attitude stinks. But the scriptures are clear. The reason why you women cannot grow hair out of your head is because of your attitude that stinks towards the Israelite man in particular. And that's the reason why y'all are going to the hair salon, right? And can't grow no damn hair, man, and having to get weave and then getting scammed on the weave by some Hamite that y'all be complaining about now. The reason why most of y'all ain't got no hair is because it's a curse that you have put on you, and you're still proud. That curse is put on you to humble you, and you're still proud, man. But let's get a scripture. Sirach chapter 25, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon us. So if you're being wicked out here, Yahweh's going to send one of these wicked demon women your way. So all you men out there, you think, oh, I got the bag, I finally got the bag. Okay, you got the bag, but what route did you go through to get the bag? Was it a sinning route? Okay, a wicked woman's going to be sent your way. She's going to be sent your way, man. Like, the things that some of these women do are outrageous, man. That when you see how some of these men that have finally got money and how they even still get treated like garbage by women, you're thinking, man, if that's what it's gonna be like that's what it would be like to get money, and how you're gonna get treated, and how if you make one move wrong or someone even claims that you made one move wrong, you end up losing everything. You can end up losing between 10 and 50 million, like Shannon Sharp did, you'd be like, rah. But like, I can just be said, someone can just say I've did something to them and then not really even have any proof apart from some voice call, and then I lose everything like that now. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Jonathan Majors was literally running away from a woman, running away from some Edomite woman on the street, and he ended up missing out on being in a certain movie. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. A man in this society is not allowed to do nothing wrong, but women are allowed 1,001 mistakes. And then they're allowed 1,002nd one after that. Verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. And most of the time, men get caught in a snare because they're thinking about how they want to clap a woman's cheeks, man. Right? Women say, oh, men shouldn't do this and men shouldn't. Men are simps. Like, women say all these things that men and this and men and that. But if men didn't think, look, start just always, which a man is naturally going to look at a woman and want to sleep with her anyway. But if men didn't just look at her for that only, like, oh, I can't wait to sleep with her, she ain't going to be able to do none of that bullshit, man. And if men stopped committing adultery and sleeping with other men's wives, women would be forced to have to be righteous because they ain't going to be no another or a next man that they're going to be going to because you're married to this guy. You're this man's wife. So you ain't going to be bouncing from one penis to another. No, you got to stay with the man you're with until he perishes. And you're not allowed to unalive him neither, because then you're going to be unalive, because that's murder, according to the scriptures, if you do that. But how this society goes is that it's just corrupt all the way around, man, to where every single man is grieved by women, from the richest to the poorest, man. The poor man is rich because women don't treat him with no respect, but the rich man is vexed because she's not treating him with no respect neither. And then on top of it, she's gonna finesse him out of his money. Because it's funny how a man will lose all this money for so-called doing an R word to a woman, but don't get no jail time. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And then the woman will retire. And you're like, okay, well, so that seems like a plan then, huh? And then Esau don't care. Even if he knows that a woman makes a false claim about something, he don't care, because he's just thinking about the percentage that he's gonna get. So how much money would Esau have got out of that? How much money does Esau get percentage-wise for his lawyer fees and all that? Every single time a man's falsely accused of something, how much money does he get? You know what I mean? That's all he's thinking about. What's his portion of it? What's his cut, man? He don't give two shits. Esau don't give two shits if it's a lie. But like, yeah, but how much is this man worth? Oh, okay, well, let's see what we can do about this then. I think you should just pay a quick cheeky 15 to just let this flight like fall off the woodwork, and we'll never speak about it again. All right, I'll get my 20%, so that's a cheeky little 1.5 for me. I mean, a 3 million for me. Then they'll be like, where's the next sucker? There's always going to be a buffoon woman that's disgruntled that she couldn't force the man to do what she wanted him to do, and now I'm gonna she's gonna throw the court system that I've made that's corrupt as hell at him. A court system where there's a defendant and a prosecutor, rather than, no, let's get down to the bottom of what the hell went on and find out who deserves justice, who was wronged, and who was doing the wrong. Not, oh, this person's been caught, been accused of unaliving somebody. Well, I'm going to defend him, and this person's going to try and prosecute. Did he do it or not? Both judges, both lawyers, everyone in the room, everyone that's involved should be trying to figure out, is this person an unaliver or are they not an unaliver? That's what they're supposed to be figuring out. Not, oh, I'm going to try and, no matter what evidence is against this guy that kind of shows that this guy was really doing a madness, now I'm going to try and still get him defended out of this. And I'm going to try and be like, well, yeah, okay, his fingerprints was on the gloves, but you know what? The gloves don't even fit him though, so I don't think he did that unaliving. Okay, you got him on that footage, and it looks like him, but bare man wear black hoodies. Tonight, loads of people wear black hoodies and blue jeans and have a tattoo of a teardrop underneath their eye and have dreads and walk like that. Loads of people do that. Oh, but we've got a clearer video footage that shows Jaquaction doing a madness. Well, and we've also got his DNA type and a video recording of him saying, my name's Jaquish Jaquaction, and I did this on a live, man. What do you say to that now, lawyer? Let me speak to my client privately, and they'll still try and get him off. Do you know what I mean? Oh, he's a good man. He's his first offense. How about stick to what the law says? But how this society works is, if you got enough money, you can escape things, man. It rarely ever, unless the Lord's rocking with somebody, you get away and escape a judgment, man. An Israelite of the elect can end up in a prison even. But Yahweh, like they did. In the scriptures, they did. So will the same thing happen now? Yeah. And Yahweh will make them be in there for a time and make them be out of there for a time, man. That can happen. But how it works for the people that are just not of the elect, man, they're just catching all kind of. Verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. So all these women's rights where women are getting freedom and all this stuff, it's not supposed to happen, and you can see why. You can all them hoes in Miami, right? That aren't fine like that, really. You're not really, all you women in Miami that you think you're fine, and if you was really fine, you wouldn't have to have no cosmetic surgery. So all them women with them stupid BBLs that you think you're fine like that, you're not actually. Because if you was, you wouldn't need to be having all that. All you women walking around with septum nose rings, all you women walking around with arm sleeve tattoos, you're a bunch of demons, man. And Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai, he's going to jack y'all up in the day of the Lord. You're going to be humbled. You ain't even going to be wifed up in that time. I can't see no man of the elect having a wife that's got a BBL and be like, okay, yeah, you rolling with me now. Shalom, sister, shalom, akwaf. And mate, I don't really, it's none of my business, but I just can't see how that would happen, man. I don't think that I don't think that, but then obviously they are going to be, I don't know, man. I just don't see that, man. But there's going to be people that are of the elect of all different kind of scenarios, and the flesh is going to be changed, but a BBL is a special kind of demon, man. It's a special type of mental defilement that you have to want to do that. It's just stupid. You're taking this fat stomach. That already shows you a blithering idiot, because your stomach's fat as hell for the most part. And now your fat stomach is in your behind. Like, where else would that be? I don't like my nose. I think my nose is too small. Let me chop my foot off and stick it on and stick it on my nose so that my nose can be longer. Where the hell else did I do that in life? I think my nose is too big. Let me shave some of my nose off and then pull it on my chin so that my chin can be wider, so I can have a chiseled chin structure. I don't like my eye positioning. So I'm gonna take one eye and put it at the back of my head so I can watch out for the haters. And I'm gonna be a cyclops, like a, you know what I mean, like a cyclops from both sides. I look like a cyclops from the back of my head and a cyclops from the front of my head. When does this cosmetic BS end, man? What else can y'all try and do? Oh, I want my patellas raised. I don't like the positioning of my patella in my patella bone. So can I have it raised? No, actually it's too high. I want my patellas lowered. Or I don't like my toes. I think I don't like my middle toes too long, man. Can I have my middle toes shaved off and so it's in alignment with the rest of the toes? Or I don't like my pinky toenail. So I need a toenail replacement. I need a toe BL. Where the hell would it end for you women, man? What the hell is wrong with y'all? But it will be these same women that really hate themselves in every single way. That'll be the main ones talking down on other women to try and make them feel like they need to have them stupid procedures, and that we're the ones talking about other men. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Surely this society has shown you that the Bible is true about what it says about women, man. They are wicked. Like, this ain't no game. They literally are wicked, man. They've got demons on it. Right? Not a game, like not no playing around. It's just true. First, Ezra chapter 4 and verse 13. Then the third, who had spoken of women and of the truth, this was Zerubbabel, began to speak. O ye men, is it not the great king? It is not the great king nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or have lordship over them? Are they not women? And it's true. The Bible is true in this regard about women, that women have power over men, but men have gave them the power. And then the truth is that men really have power over women. Because the moment that men decide you're not doing what you think you're going to try and do, they can't do it no more. So the power that women have over men is fake. Yet it is a power though. But when all hell breaks loose, I'm in a situation where it says, as the prophecy goes, for there to be sedition among men and invading one another, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. If women really do rule over men, well then the society ain't gonna change none, because women are liking it where men are expected to pay every single bill, be treated with no respect. The woman can like drip feed them their body whenever they want to give it out, right? And the man also, while she's doing that, he's not allowed to ever sleep with another woman. And if he does, he's going to be rinsed out and sent to the court and lose half his shit. What all while that woman was probably sneaking off with a man herself, or sneaked off with bare man before she ever got with that guy in the first place, which is why she's so tired with sleeping with men anyway, because she's already ran up her mileage. Know what I mean? If you've already been at a buffet table, right, all day, you've been at a buffet table all day, right, and then someone says to you later in the day, you fancy going out for a cheeky little Nando's? They'll be like, nah, I've ate already. And that's a lot of these ran out women, man. They weren't virgin when they got with their husband. So by the time he gets the chance once to start sleeping with them, they ran out, mate. They're through. And these are the facts, man. This is true. This is a general complaint of men that they have in this society in regard to women of this society, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. The women are through when it comes to wanting to deal with their men, but then at the same time, they'll complain if the man has more than one wife, because they want to be able to control men, but they don't want to be controlled in any way. But let's carry on reading this. Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by land and sea. But this is one of them. This is, although this is true, this is one of them simp lines that women try and use, with that men gave to try and praise women. And this is where the women is God bullshit comes from, which she ain't no God. The women ain't no God like that, man. But this is what women say. Oh, without women, you wouldn't be born. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, dummy. Without men, you wouldn't be born. Because every single person that's been alive ever in this earth has a mother and a father, including Yahushai. In case you people didn't know out there, Yahushai's earthly father was Joseph. Joseph was from the seed and lineage of David, just like Yahushai was prophesied to be from. And it was fulfilled by Joseph sleeping with Mary. If you want to try and think that it was something else, well, then you're a stupid idiot. Because you people will try and believe that when it comes to the scriptures, right? But then when it comes to something else that's way more spiritual, you people believe there's a virgin birth in the Bible, right? But you won't believe Babylon the Great is America. Oh, don't say America's in the Bible. America couldn't be in the... Isn't America one of the most powerful countries, the most powerful country on the earth right now? But it's not in the Bible. And we're in the end times. You people believe that, right? Oh, is not in the Bible, but there's a virgin birth. I believe that a woman gave birth without no man being involved. But I just can't believe that America could be mentioned in the Bible under another name. Nah, that's absolutely ridiculous. America could never be the golden cup that's in the Lord's hand, even though America clearly is in most influential place over what most people do in this world. But nah, America could never be the golden cup. That's absolutely madness. You're twisting the scriptures. You're twisting it. You're twisting scriptures. You're just racist about color. All right, pussy cart, motherfucker. Fuck y'all. excuse my language, man. But to speak about these people, man, I can understand why Yahweh is gonna really bring this, charge up the spirit of death and make it maneuver its way across this earth and start unaliving all the wicked ass people that are on here, man. And I also understand why there's a thing that goes out saying to hell with the 2/3, because Israelites are wicked as hell, man. They're through on this society themselves, but then most of the time they're out scheming, and whenever they want to aim their anger towards somebody, they aim it towards their own people that are through in this society just like them. They never aim it towards Esau. Man will be the most rider, loked out, driving up the scene, lenging out this, lenging out that when it comes to their own people. Then when they see Esau, man's accent will change. Man will start trying to speak Queen's English out here. Man will even pull his pants up, man. Waste man's. Verse 16, even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards, from whence the wind come, which that's all true as well. But then when you read this, right, it speaks about how the truth's the strongest above women, because the truth is, right, that just like how women bore the king, right, a man's seed made the king come through though. And that king belongs to a man's seed, right? Just like how it says, even they came of day that planted the vineyard, yeah, but men had to be involved to do that, to make the women that plant the vineyards. And guess what? It's the man planting the vineyard. It ain't the woman planting the vineyard. It ain't the women that are maintaining this society. But they talk as though it is, though. Women in this society talk as though it's them that's making everything run up and down. And they say, oh, men do all of this stuff to get women, though. Well, partly, but men actually like some of these things too, though. Some of them. Some of these things men actually realize are used for themselves for too. Like a car, if a man wants to travel over to somewhere, he would realize, oh, this is too slow. And over time and process, they invented ways to get from one place to another faster. But that's the part of where the truth comes in that women don't like. And that's why women don't like the truth, man. Because without the truth, they would truly be running this society. And men would actually believe that they are as powerful and as thingy as they say. But the truth is stronger than all of that. Because it weren't no woman that died on no cross for no Israelites. It was a man that did that. Verse 18. Yea, and men if men have gathered together gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty? And when that's true, but here's the truth though, which is more powerful than women. If a man's got all that money, he don't have to give the woman none of it. You understand? You don't have to give her none. And that's why in this society you got women complaining now that they're getting with men that are rich and have got money, but he's just sleeping with them. She thinks she finessed him out of like some £500 date, $500 date, but for him that's nothing. And she got that £500 date one time and she's never getting it again from him. But he slept with her, tried out all the positions that he wanted to do with her, and kicked her to the curb. And now that's one more to her body count. And you know that these women in this society are letting them go in there emptied off with no shield on. So now you're really connected to that guy and got any demons, if he had them on him, you've got them on you too. To go with along with all the rest of the geezers that you've let do the same thing without no shield, man. But y'all don't want to talk about that. This society's exposed you women, man. All this social media, podcast, all of these things where you women, like, I was trying to do 1,000 men in one day and all that. It's exposed that you men are full of it, man. All these female teachers that are freaking off with their students. It's exposed that you men are liars and you're full of shit. In fact, you're worse than men. All this talk about how men cheat and all this. No, women commit adultery. Way more than men commit it, man. Way more. Way more than men commit it. Because sometimes when a man sleeps with another man's wife, that woman lied and try and make out like she was single. Verse 19. And letting all those things go, do they not gape and even open mouth fixed with their eyes fast on her, and have not all men more desire unto her than unto gold or silver, or any goodly thing whatsoever, which again, that's true. But here's the truth though. It makes more sense for a man to just focus on trying to fix up himself, because the women worship money anyway. They just worship money, man. And that's why in this society, as we've seen the evidence, no matter how much money a woman makes, right, she's still watching the next man's money. No matter how much money she makes, she's still worried about how much money a man makes, man. To the point where I personally believe, this is my personal belief, I can't prove it. I'm never going to be able to prove this. But I personally believe that if a woman had unlimited resources, right, to where she does not ever need to worry about money ever again, ever in her life, that she would still be angered if she had to use her money to help a man that she was with her money. Whereas a man with unlimited resources, he's going to be happy and honored to do that for a woman he cares about. He's going to feel like more righteous from being able to do that, but a woman's going to feel like something's being taken away from her, even though she's had unlimited resources. Because women, like for the most part, they are just not righteous, man. They're not righteous. They want to be in charge of things, but they can't rule. They can't keep an oath, which is the reason why Yahweh said to bonfire their oath. If a husband doesn't like his wife's oath, cast it away. Because of all these wedding vows that these women take are an oath till death do us part, but they don't follow it though. They don't follow that. They choose to not follow it, man. Like this, and this isn't even no video of me just crying about women. I hope people ain't thinking this is no video of crying about women. I'm just pointing out that that this society has proved that the Bible is right concerning women. And if you can understand that it's right concerning women, then you're gonna have to understand it's right against concerning the prophecies that are written in there, like Revelation 13 and 16 pertaining to the MOTB. It's right about that as well. And it's gonna be right about what's gonna happen to Esau too. It's gonna be right about how we're gonna be immortal. It's gonna be right how we're gonna be under the new covenant. It's gonna be right about how in all the places where it's said unto us, we are not the children of Israel, that there it's gonna be said that we are the children of Israel. It's gonna be right about how fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of mankind. For this is the whole duty of man. For this is the whole duty of mankind, man. He's going to be right about that. He's going to be right about how Yahushai's head and his hair is a white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes as a flame of fire, and his voice as the sound of many waters, and his feet like unto fine brass as of burning in the furnace. He's going to be right about that too. But he's right about the women. But he's right about everything though. And it's going to be shown, man. Now, I'm going to end the video there. I don't want to talk about this no more. Like, it's going to be shown that the Bible is true. The Bible is true about women, and the Bible is true about everything else as well. And maybe that's what I'll name the video. Shalom.